welcome to another episode of
Another in the Fire.
Thank you guys for joining us for another week, here on the comfy couch. So it's time to get comfy, get your coffee, get your water, and join us on this conversation.
Yes.
So, ladies, how was y'all's week?
Mine was great. Another relaxing weekend.
I'm like, you go first. I went first last week.
Nothing great.
Nothing crazy.
Relaxation. That's my season. I love when it starts getting
fall.
cool. You just clean and relax. Turn on your candles. Watch movies.
Yes,
That's it for me. I love
think
it.
this week, the weather changed here in Texas, so we're experiencing right now. We're in the middle of a cold front, so
A cool front.
I'm all like,
Which
in
is
Texas.
60s.
Yeah, it's not 90 anymore in
But
fall.
we love sweater weather.
Yeah. Oh my God, I kept saying that the other day forever. Sweater weather. Sweater weather.
What is that from?
Sweater
I feel like
I
should
think it's
know
like
it.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday night. But yeah.
Sorry, ladies, I had
So it's been relaxing.
Yeah.
I was supposed. What did we do? Yeah, we really didn't do anything.
No. We went to go visit a college. I'm not going to say what college, but we went to go visit a college for
I
Layla.
remember those.
Yes, it was very, very draining, very fun, very expensive. The school that she likes, like her top pick, they don't sell merchandise here too much for that university, so we were like stocking up on everything we could get her. And then we were like, wait, I hope you choose to come here, because
I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
That. I'm all like, oh, so is that like
Official.
that's her top pick. So
Oh.
that's her goal, like what she's striving to get into. So we're hoping everything goes right, and if it's in God's plan, to have her at that university. But me and my husband, we loved it for her. We loved everything about the school, the town. Like it was just we felt really good about that school. So we have a couple more to visit, and we're going to do that next semester. This is the one that we really wanted to see during football season. So it was good. It was a good week.
And y'all went to the game. I didn't see any pictures of y'all.
We didn't take too many pictures. I really think I took like 5 pictures. Like I didn't take too many photos. The only photos my husband took was to send to their husbands. So we didn't take too many pictures. I think we were just all like taking it in. Yeah, like walking around, listening to what they were saying, getting her thoughts on everything, like just seeing her like wheels turning, like you could really see her whole thought process, like yes. So it was really good. So we didn't take too many photos, but it was definitely a weekend that we're going to remember. Yeah.
That's good. At least you have the what is it called? The apparel for when she does decide.
Some of the things.
Did you keep the receipt?
Yeah, some of the things we wanted to buy, and I kept telling her, when I get that acceptance letter from you, I'll come buy that.
When it's official.
Yeah, when it's official, I'll come buy that one, but not yet.
Yeah.
And so it was good, but it was just a lot of aha
fun.
moments. And then I kept telling my husband, I was like, this is the only time that we'll get to say, like, remember when we went to go visit the school for the first time? Like, some of the things that you experience, you're never going to get again. So that was our first and only time we'll ever experience that in her life. Like, the first school, first college that possibly she may graduate from if, everything.
Does she have other schools on the list?
Yeah, I told her to pick 5 colleges. One of them has to be where I work as her safe school. Like, no matter what, you're going to get in there. No matter what, financially, it could work out. Like, so we're going to visit 2 other schools, and then she has 2 schools that she knows no matter what she likes.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, she has a total of 5.
Yeah. I don't know why Natalie got so stuck on where she's at now.
It's just the ones that their heart gets set on.
What's the point of it? Like, well, I mean, obviously I think we did tour different ones, but she was set on the one, and I'm all like, okay, I look better in maroon.
But I guess I like this color.
Can we go to a school that I look good in?
Yeah. I'm going to have to wear it too.
I do remember that. Brittany had gotten 2 offers from like out-of-state schools, and we were like, ma'am, we don't get out-of-state money.
Yes.
So we're going to junior college.
Yes,
Let's
please.
go visit.
right there with
Because they
you.
weren't giving her a full ride at the other
Yeah.
ones, but she got a full ride at junior college.
And
so
that
we're
sounds
like,
great.
hello.
Yeah.
For real. It ain't cheap.
Yes.
Mm.
That's how I felt though about this school we went to go visit, and really it was for us more than her. She already knows that's her top pick, and I was just like, what is out there that you could possibly like? That's your top. But when we went out there, it was good. It was
College
good.
life, yeah, they don't have to worry about that. My niece lived in Lubbock for college. What's the other one out there? The other school?
I don't know.
It's
There's like a Christian something
think
university
that's
out
the one
there.
it is.
Yeah. There's another. We
she
did
went for
see it.
softball.
Yeah, we saw another college out there too, and I was like, "What's that?"
Is it like
It was like a blue school.
yeah,
Yeah.
blue. Yeah, that's the one she went to. I always forget what
Yeah,
it was.
it was a Christian
I just know
something
where she
something.
lived.
How about you, friend?
My week. I always feel like I'm all like, okay, I need to remember what I'm gonna say, but then we hit record and I'm all like, dang it, what was I gonna say? And I never got to think what I was gonna say. But I had Friendsgiving, so this past weekend, so.
She has other friends.
Yes.
Yeah, not us.
So it was good. We're all like busy. I mean, we're all doing life. Everybody's busy, has kids, work, ministry. So everybody's like at different. That we're just all running around and getting together with them and just talking. And like, we do this every year. So every year we have Friendsgiving, and one of our other friends hosted at her house, so we were able to all drive. It was like an hour and 20 minutes from us. I didn't realize how far it was.
Now
like,
you know how
Yeah.
people feel coming to your house.
Coming to your house.
Right? I'm all like,
See, good job. Now she knows.
So so it was good to just kind of talk and catch up with us. The kids were playing. The husbands were playing cornhole. And
I'm glad you finished that.
Me too. I didn't
was
know
like,
she was gonna finish
y'all
that
put
sentence.
him in a little room or
Kids
what?
were playing.
Building blocks.
I didn't even think about that. That's literally how it sounded. So the kids were playing in the bouncy, the husbands were playing in cornhole, and then we were just they had like a fireplace outside, and it was beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Saturday night, it was just like chilly, but okay to still be outside, and
So
we had fire going, and so it was really good to just catch up. And Friday, I feel like we did something Friday. Did we do something? You guys weren't here.
We left.
Marriage group.
I don't know
I don't know
what we
what
did.
you
Then.
I have no idea.
Okay,
See,
I
we
don't
don't know.
know.
If
We
we don't do it
relaxed.
together, we
Yeah.
don't know.
We're lost.
No, so I think that was it. We just kind of relaxed, and I feel like we did something Friday, but I can't remember. I'm gonna have to.
Did you go on
It's
date
gonna
night?
bother her now.
No, I don't remember what we did. I don't know.
I was thinking.
But I know we did more because my husband, we said, this is a long weekend. And I'm all like, no, I think we just did a lot in this weekend. So.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. But throughout the episode,
Was that when your husband took? No.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
he did.
husband!
That
I
wasn't
forgot to
Friday
say,
though, right?
No, that was. That should be the highlight. My husband took his master's test and he passed it.
Yeah.
I know.
So proud of him. He took this test. He was very nervous in it, and going in it. So seeing him accomplish one of his goals, always brings joy to my
huge
heart
goal.
whenever he accomplishes his goals. He passed his master's test. So congratulations, husband.
Yes.
I know I have told you. I've been telling him this. We went to dinner. Wednesday. Oh, that was Wednesday. Anyways.
I'm like,
guys.
we
We're
still weren't here.
Still not Friday.
No, we went to go celebrate him.
Yeah,
the
we
day
did
of
go
the test.
celebrate,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was Wednesday because you
I
had
had group.
group. Yeah. We were able to do. We went to go celebrate him, and now we're able to add another extension of my husband's company or our company. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's growing.
So it was really.
That was really this week, and it feels like it happened a long
I
time ago.
know.
already.
It's been a long.
It has been a long week.
For real. But yeah, that's it. It's good week. Good.
Yeah.
All good all around. Very blessed. So.
Man. So what we're going to talk about today, friend?
Hello.
Let's get into it.
I'm gonna let's tell DJ to play that song.
Hit that
Okay, guys. So we have been asked and requested this topic, and we didn't really think about talking about it, but since the requests have been coming in, we're just gonna talk about it. So I mean, I'm sure. I don't know. You guys want to present it?
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
That's what I wanted to do.
We know her. We get her.
So yes, that's exactly what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about real talk on intimacy. So scared but spicy. The real talk on intimacy. That's gonna be our topic for today.
Ooh, get comfortable. Hit pause if you got to, because we're getting into it.
We're gonna not only we're going to talk about intimacy, but not only the way that our mind automatically goes to, and it's very much like, as you see me right now, I'm kind of like, because in my household, not my parents' household, I would say, it was very taboo subject, and it shouldn't be, so that's why I'm like giddy and stuff like that, because honestly, it was so for some of us, it was a taboo conversation that we didn't. So, but it's a very normal conversation.
We discovered it, talked about it, and did it on our own.
Yeah. Even sometimes, now with your friends, grown friends, you don't talk about certain things. I mean, we talk about everything, but sometimes in friendships, you're like, okay, we talk about everything, but that's personal.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to talk about it because you got to know.
When I talk to couples, that's the first thing I ask. How's your intimacy?
Yeah.
Because that tells me a lot about your marriage.
Yeah. Or praying for your intimacy. Some people are like, what? Pray for my intimacy?
You have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to... let's talk about, let's start off with, what is intimacy?
Personal. I don't know. It could be so many different things. It's not just sex. It's personal. It's
it can be emotional.
Secrets. It's like that.
When you said intimacy, whenever you said you gotta be praying for your intimacy. No, actually praying with your partner, it's intimate.
That's
intimacy.
intimacy.
Intimacy,
Yeah.
I don't know where I saw this. Whenever I was talking to one of the ladies, and she told me, no, you don't understand. We prayed together, and I was just like, oh, y'all got that intimate, you know, and that's whenever you said prayer and then intimacy. I'm like, oh my God,
that's why we.
To my head.
Some couples that maybe not married, but a couple I've been with him for 10 years. They've never even prayed together.
Right. Yeah. Let alone pray individually for their intimacy. Yeah. This is why we warn men and women, do not pray with each other if they're not each other's spouses or siblings.
And women pray with
because
women.
Because it is intimate.
Yeah.
Prayer is very intimate. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to say it's emotional more than it's physical.
Yeah.
Anyone could do the physical part.
Yeah.
That's just
physical.
That's just sex.
Yeah.
Intimacy is more emotional, spiritual.
Yeah.
That's what you want with your...
I think
vulnerability.
Yes, being very you're getting to know yourself beyond the
physical
part.
The physical part, really diving into that, really trusting your partner with everything.
All your secrets, all your emotions, all your feelings, your past, your present, your future, everything. There's nothing withheld.
Yeah.
You're just completely naked with each other.
Completely. Being vulnerable with somebody. I mean, sometimes, I know we've touched on it before, but when we're intimate like that versus physical with people, it's harder to have those breakups because you've been intimate with them, even though you don't think you have. You've opened up yourself to be vulnerable with them.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that is so true. Because even without the sex part, you know, like
I love that she can't even say it.
She's spelling it out. This is her upbringing. She's still shy about it.
I mean, I don't know if it's because the cameras, because we talk about it all the time, but it's just,
I'm usually the one who blushes when people
Yeah.
talk about this.
I don't know what it is, but you know, even
It's like, it's big girl talk.
I feel very much like the school, like whenever
Yeah.
they say something like
Sex ed classes.
like Natalie, she sent me a video when in school, I think it was victimology. They had to say the word, the private spots of a female and a male, but they yelled it out because the professor said, you have to know what the parts are called and the correct pronunciation. It's a very taboo subject. I mean, word. And he's all like, I need you guys. She said, I need you guys to yell it out. So she was saying it, and they repeated like the whole class.
Yeah,
I get comfortable saying this word. Yeah.
This is gonna be your job.
So
Yeah.
when she took a video because she thought she was very taboo about it too.
She's
because,
like, this is crazy.
You know, I think we talk. She's my oldest, so we talk a lot about it right now that at her age, like.
Yeah.
We don't get personal or anything like that, but she talks about it, and she's getting comfortable, and I'm like, I have to leave that open space because you know we're here to stop generational curses. So.
Yes.
So Brittany, my two oldest ones, I didn't talk about body parts, or we just like named them something else.
Yeah.
And we certainly didn't talk about sex. I didn't talk to them about intimacy. None of those things. Poor Brittany. Like, they had to learn how
I learned on her own.
Discovery Channel, right? But the younger two, because I was already in school getting my degree, and you have to talk, and you got to name body parts, and don't be shy about it, because then your kids are going to be shy, and they're not going to know, like, it's a good thing, right? These are your good body parts. So when they were little, I would teach them like, that's this and that's that. And they would repeat it. And Brittany and my son would be like, I can't believe this.
This is so
What
weird.
is going on in this house? But like nothing, like they were so proud of their body parts.
Yeah.
You know, just teaching them.
So opposite.
So innocent. Very opposite from the other two. They're like, you didn't even talk to me about my period.
I think that's the way, like, actually was, but I don't, because I didn't have the birds and the bee talk, you know. I don't know. I don't even know the birds and the bee conversation.
My mom didn't talk to me about my menstrual either. I just learned because I lived in a household with women.
Yeah, and menstrual, I learned, I was the youngest of all girls, so they already taught me everything I needed to know. But I know I've said it before, and it might come off a little weird, but I'm really close with my dad. I was the youngest, so my older sisters already were building a relationship with my mom. I was kind of like just always with my dad. Yeah. So I opened up to my dad about questions, birds and the bees, first time I lost my virginity, everything. My dad.
Really?
Yeah, I told my dad everything, and he had all the conversations with me, and I like felt no, like how you said, I felt no like shame, no nothing. Shame, it was just like, hey Dad, I got questions. Like this is going on, and we talked about it. And it wasn't weird, even though it was my dad. Like, now thinking about it, I'm like, I had those conversations with my dad? Like, not my mom. Yeah. But, yeah, it was my dad that taught me everything.
I love that, especially because men typically don't have these conversations with the kids. It's usually the mom educating the ones in the household. Yep. So I feel like if the man does it, especially with girls, he teaches them, this is the bar I'm setting. Yeah. This is the standard. They're listening to it from the father, from the one that protects them, guides them. They love them. So, of course, the girls are going to listen. Yeah. Like, that's not what my dad said. Yeah. You know?
And if anything comes across that makes me feel uncomfortable, awkward, if I'm ever in a situation with a guy, I know that I can talk to my dad about that. Like, it does set the standard.
How does it look like? I mean, I know we've all been in ministry for years, but how would you say it looks? It's different, like in
intimacy,
like intimacy in church, or intimacy in like
our church. That our pastor talks about it all the time.
Yeah. He talks about it in a healthy, like
marital way, the way
yes.
it should be, and love your body, love yourself. self-esteem, self-confidence,
Because I have heard
purity.
of like other churches, like the very like not other churches, other people have told me like, oh, like y'all say that on the pulpit, or like something like
because some churches it's like you don't talk about it. You don't like we're gonna be tempting the singles, or like some churches they really don't. It's an off-topic subject or off-subject topic, whatever. But yeah, in our ministry, we talk about
He's like,
it.
I'm married. I can't talk about it.
Yeah, he boasts about his love for his wife, his attraction for his wife.
Even
It's
whenever
healthy.
we do our fast, our beginning of the year fast, he's just like, men, wives, and husbands,
Don't be intimate.
fasting from intimacy. But then as soon as we
Immediately
come back together, because that definitely is more, and I mean it's definitely a marriage thing, because we also have singles in the ministry, and like whenever I guess we can touch that topic as we get closer, we go further down, but anyways, for the singles as well, intimacy, they have to know how important being intimate with another person is whenever they're allowing it.
And
so
the
on
standard.
their dating side,
the standard of how precious it is to marriage. Like, I know a lot of people don't talk about it in ministry because of the singles, but that's exactly why you should talk about it, because they need to know,
and
that
the young adults,
that
and the youth.
It's like a important thing in marriage. It's
Yeah.
something you look forward to
Preserve
in
yourself.
marriage.
Yeah.
Like,
teach purity, because there is beauty in being intimate with the right person. Not the right person, the God person.
Yeah, the person that
you
God
might
has
think
appointed.
it's the right person, but did God send that person? Is
Right.
that the one you're supposed to be one with?
Oh, that's a topic. That's an episode.
I wish I had somebody to pour into me those values, biblical values and principles, because I might have seen it differently. The first time I had sex I was 15.
Yeah.
But I started younger than that with other things, because I had no confidence. I had no value. I didn't know my identity. I just went with whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
the
you're
environment,
exposed to.
what I was exposed to.
I was just, in my head, I was just like, oh, this is just what boyfriend girlfriends do. Like, it's not. I never
You want
knew
him happy?
the word intimacy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
I was just like, oh, you're supposed to. Like,
I don't think I even heard that word growing up.
Yeah. I didn't know intimacy aside from sex.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And even let's talk about it, like, whenever our pastor tells us we need to be intimate with the Lord, and I'm all like, oh my God, that's a whole different kind of intimacy.
And there are some, I've heard pastors in churches, like, they don't say that kind of language because it sounds like tainted, like being intimate with the Lord, or inviting the Lord into your bedroom with your husband when you're being intimate, like it makes it dirty, so they don't like to talk about it. But it's
in
not
that
dirty.
aspect. Yeah. No.
Where else is God supposed to be other than the center of your
Why
marriage?
would you not want God involved
That's
in
purity
your
and
intimate?
wholeness, and He can bring you closer together. So when I started to understand that that's where God really needs to be, is in your bedroom, that's the game changer for our marriage. That brought more purity, more communication, more vulnerability into our marriage.
Because truthfully, I mean, I'm just going to say it. If you don't have God in your intimacy and in your bedroom with your spouse, with your husband or your wife, you're leaving that doorway for the enemy to corrupt that space, that time, that you start bringing other things into it that are not God, and then you're opening doorways for curiosity to lead you into different places, and that's where marriages break up.
Yes.
Like, because you've already allowed too many things other than God into your bedroom.
To minister to your marriage, yes. All I know is it can't be another soul coming into my marriage, because my husband knows what goes on in that bedroom, and
if it ain't the Holy Spirit, ain't no spirit.
Sacred, and his eyeballs can't even think about somebody else. Shoot,
I'm out. How do you do it, Frank? Clock it.
God has glued them eyeballs to this.
And let's go into that, like into how to keep
that spark.
That spark in your marriage, how to keep that spark, not only in your marriage, in your bedroom, and any kind of ways, and honestly, it's just like we always talk about in marriage group, like you have to continue dating your spouse, and that comes included with intimacy. You can't, oh, I've been like married to him for so many years. No.
I already know him.
Yeah. And it's
don't let it become routine.
No, like definitely not. I know for like whenever I love going on vacations, or I like going to like, oh, let's go rent a room, or let's go do this, like let's get out of the routine.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, something spontaneous, because you don't want to lose that spark ever, not only into intimacy, but being like, something that comes to mind right now, when we went on a date like a couple weeks back, I was just like, I pulled up some questions. I Googled some questions, and we were asking each other questions, and it was very intimate. Like, I'm all like, man, babe, I didn't know that about you.
You never stop getting to know each other. Yeah.
And
I love that.
It was, I have the questions written down. It was more of like, since we've been married, how did you know? Or like, what makes you continue loving me? It was just intimate questions, and like we were both crying at the dinner table, and I was just like, this
such lovebirds.
This was not intended to go that way, and like being that person, and I was telling ladies like stuff like that, like you don't realize how much you need it, how intimate you need to continue being with your spouse, because life happens, and problems happen, finances, children, everything. And then you tend to not be intimate with your spouse, not only physically, but mentally as well. We really got to like dive into like their heart, and just kind of like one of the questions was like, if you can change one that part of me, what would it be, and like, or, and we were just kind of, I'm all like, I didn't realize I did that. I'm perfect,
Girl, let's skip over that question.
No, I'm kidding.
He thinks she's perfect.
Clearly you don't know what you're talking about, so let's go to that.
All jokes aside, I really, that was a time that we were intimate mentally, like like we were asking each other deep questions, and we were crying. I was like, this wasn't we're like in a restaurant full of people, and I wasn't supposed to go that route, but it ended up being, and I was just like, I don't know, you
have to keep getting to know each other, because you're always evolving, or you hope you're always evolving growing. And changing and growing. So and what happens 10 years down the line, and you're like, wait, that's not what you used to do. That's not who I met. That's not the person I married. Well, hello, it's been 10 years. I hope not. Yeah. And then you just kind of lose that connection. So
because if you feel like you're in a routine, imagine what they feel like.
Yeah. Keep doing it. Yeah. I always joke that my husband's quiet, he don't talk, all that stuff. But when it's us, he does talk. Yeah. And he talks to his friends. Like, he loves to have intimate conversations with his friends or family or us.
He's actually funny.
I'm the funny one.
I'm like,
but you have to do that, or else you're going to be sitting with a stranger one day, and that's scary.
I'm glad that we're sharing examples of intimacy and keeping the spark alive, because I will be completely transparent with y'all. I think they know I am so like awkward. I'm like, my husband is like the affectionate one, and we've done different things in marriage group, like exercises. I'm not affectionate. I'm not, don't hug me and kiss me and smother me. I'm like, let me breathe. Let me, like, why do you have to touch me? Like, can't you just like buy me flowers, or, put my favorite song on, or let's watch a movie? Like, I don't know. Intimacy to me are other things than touch. Like, so, and my husband's very affectionate. So I'm like, okay, how can we both meet in the middle, keep the spark alive without making either one of us awkward?
You're like, here's my elbow.
Yeah, just your knees touching mine, we're good. Like, and sometimes I think about that, because when we go to church, I mean, I see some couples are like very like rubbing backs and hugging, and I'm like, that's not me. What's wrong with me? And if you're like that, then it's okay. But you have to find other ways, like she said, to keep that spark alive. You can't fall into a routine, but you also can't use that as your excuse to him of, I feel distant from you, but it's because I don't like this, this, and this. Like, you still have to continue to have it.
Yeah, there's conversations that need to, like you said, Casey, is like meeting in the middle. You know, like, okay, that's not my love language, but I know it's yours, and you matter to me, so I'm gonna work on
I'm going to intentionally meet your language. Yes. I was going to bring up that book that we're reading. Read 5 Love Languages, because it is very helpful.
It's very helpful.
Each other out. And it also has questions in it, so where you can ask each other questions to learn each other. Because what you think they like, they might not even like.
Yep.
You like
it has completely changed our household, because it is. It's not my love language.
Yeah.
And so he did learn my love language, and it changes everything.
Benny is a gift giver. That's not even his love language, but he thought that was a way to like communicate with me how he loves me. And I'm not a gift receiver. Like, I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Cute, thank you.
Okay, thanks. But it doesn't really mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
And it'll sit on a desk or in a drawer or whatever, because that doesn't really move me at all. So I tell him all the time, it's like, you wasted money this whole time. Flowers, yes, I love getting flowers, but he doesn't have to buy me necklaces or take me shopping. That's not my love language at all.
Yeah, and learning that to be intimate with one another.
So kind of wasted time. Like, you could have been getting to know me on a different level if you actually would have.
All I really want you to do is wash the dishes.
Hello.
Don't buy me nothing.
My love language is acts of service. So if he were to grab a vacuum and I was cleaning or not doing it, whatever, that would be like,
oh, we're being intimate
I would
right
all of
now.
a sudden see this light shine on him, the spotlight coming in from the house. Like,
Fabio's hair is flowing.
I'd see him in slow motion. Like, look. Yeah.
You have no idea how that intimacy door just swung open.
Yep. What kids?
Yeah, I think it's very, you know, like, I know my husband's, one of his love language is like touch, but also acts of service. Yeah,
acts of service.
Yeah, but I think words of affirmation. I have to go back. I have the screenshot.
It might be all 3.
Yeah. Well, I know.
And that's okay.
So as this test we took, it's like a percentage of it.
Yeah, it asks you all the questions.
You all the questions.
Your primary one, your secondary, and then the third, like, just keeps going down.
Yeah, so I do believe everybody has a little bit of everything, and I do believe they change, because I know mine before.
Yours was like, words of affirmation this time.
Yeah.
Because you were like, no, it's not. I'm like, friend, it really is though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I thought it was acts of service. I was so wrong. Before, I loved gift giving. I used to love receive gifts. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I rather not receive gifts. But anyways, yeah. So
I think that it changes with the more intimate you are with your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You thought that's what you wanted to receive until you became more intimate with them and you realized that's not even the emotional need that I needed.
From you,
Yeah.
So go get that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, read
Really,
it.
it's
It's
good.
very
It helps with
helpful
opening that door.
understanding,
Very helpful.
because I mean, who even talked about? I've never ever heard about love languages. Like, what language? I know English and Spanish. We're not talking about it.
Now we're talking about
For those
gifts.
who don't understand what that means, it is your emotional language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we all have it.
Sometimes we don't even know what yours is until you take that quiz.
Yeah. And you also don't know it if you haven't, like, been on a healing journey. I did when I was reading the last couple of chapters, and it started talking about, you think it's this, but it's really this. Because if you don't get this met, then this is what you cling on to, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
But I was learning that, well, the more people heal, that's how they learn that it really was never this. This was just
the
kind
facade.
of like the mask. Yeah, covering your real emotional needs. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, ladies. So for my married couples, it is very important going back to the intimacy part, it's very important to you become intimate emotionally and physically with your spouse, because that, and change it up a little, be spontaneous, do something if you feel like you're falling into a routine, because it can happen. But as we grow and evolve individually, also we have to grow and evolve in our marriage and in being intimate and being intentional, and change stuff around. I don't know.
I also do think that intimacy is taking care of yourself. So if you have a spouse that really lacks confidence, you're going to see that on the outward appearance.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to really take care of themselves. And who's going to be attracted to somebody who doesn't take care of themselves physically, right? They're going to lose attraction with each other. Not to say like, oh, it's going to cause cheating or anything, but if your husband met you a certain way and then you just completely don't care anymore, and you never fix yourself up, you never get nice for him, you don't clean them feet, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like you have, he's gonna get like, how do you say it? Like he's gonna take it personal.
Yeah.
I have noticed that my husband takes things personal like that. Like, what, you don't want to look good for me anymore?
Yeah.
Like, it's
or
not,
how am I making
I'm
you
not
feel
important
that you're
to
not
you anymore, that you won't get up and brush your hair.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that, because I've been home more lately, and I haven't been doing my hair or makeup or anything like that. So I think it was Sunday for church. I don't know. Oh, no, for that Friendsgiving. I said, oh my God, I have a full face of makeup. I didn't realize I haven't done makeup in a very long time. And he was just like, yeah, I did notice that. And I'm all like, oh, I felt bad from going for every single day wearing makeup to not wearing makeup. And then I was just like, it kind of, he just made a small comment, but I know I didn't take it offensive, but it's kind of like God checked me and just said, hey, your husband, I still have to get ready for my husband, because I want him to fall in love with me every day, and whenever we, I know with, when we have conversations or we talk to our girlfriends, or even just ladies in general, like, you do not want to leave. I always tell them, you do not want to leave room for the enemy to come and bring distraction, come bring any kind of thing, like, in between you and your marriage, because we know that the enemy dislikes marriage, like, dislikes marriages. So he,
It doesn't mean that you have to like get up and put on a full face every day and get dressed and put on heels every day, like from morning to night. No, even if you gain weight, like I'm over here thinking in my own terms, like over the years, of course he has seen me sloppy more than he cares to. I go to H-E-B like that. I don't care. But we do start taking it personal, like, okay, that's how you're going to go to dinner? You're not going to fix yourself up. You're not going to put a collared shirt on. You're going to put some boots on. I tell him that. Like, you're just going to wear basketball shorts, or, well, he doesn't wear basketball shorts, but like golf shorts. Those things matter, because it says, it's sending a message that you're important enough for me to take the time to look good for you.
And we're going to dinner.
And I've gained weight. And he loves every ounce of it, okay? But I don't want to get comfortable thinking it's okay, because then I don't want to be sloppy for my husband.
I don't want to be so insecure that it makes him insecure of our marriage.
Yes, and it does make us insecure.
And
then it trickles down into the bedroom, where you become insecure. You're like, turn the lights off. Right?
I just don't want to.
You don't want to be touched. So it really does affect the marriage.
That's right. I know that a lot of it, like, I think my husband met me, and when I was working out, when I was single, I was working out like twice a week, and then whenever I was going through a funk, like, I mean, and we've been married for now going to 6 years, going to 6 years. And then I went through a funk this past year, and then he was just like, you haven't been going out. Going to work out. You haven't been like doing the stuff that he meant. And it kind of like, when he said that to me, the same thing with the makeup situation, I was just like, you're right. Like, I don't want to ever lose myself. I don't want to ever like do all of that stuff, because he did meet me whenever I was just like, obviously I've
taking
gained
care
weight.
of yourself.
I've gained weight, but it's still like, I don't know.
I think it builds confidence, it builds self-esteem, self-worth, and even if you're not married, you should be doing those things because then when you do meet someone, you're going to know how you want to be treated and how you don't want to be treated.
And you'll be surprised, like since we're talking about intimacy, if you're single, you will be surprised how doing those things, going to work out, maintaining your health and wealth and all these things, that's opening doorways for you to be intimate with God. If you say, like, I don't know how to be intimate with God, go hit the gym, go to the treadmill, go get on the elliptical, do some sort of physical activity, and you will catch yourself talking to God. Like, those open up opportunities, and that right there is your intimacy with God.
Well, the Bible tells us that this is our temple, and it's temporary, and He's given it to us to be good stewards of it. So we should want to take care of it for God.
When Vanjie went like, "This is our temple," she was pointing to the body.
My body.
Because our
audio.
I keep forgetting for the listeners. Yes, this is our temple from the crown of our head to the soles of our feet. Take care of everything in between.
Yes. So, now let's go into for our single ladies and
all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies,
singles and everybody in between.
Yes.
Youth, young adults,
young adults.
Singles. Yes, this conversation is very important. You will find yourself just giving it to anybody who tries to take care of you, pretends to take care of you, and they're really not wanting to take care of you.
They just wanted to take you.
Yes.
Balancing desires and values, like what your desire is to versus
your value,
what you're worth. It's just, we were all single here. Well, Vanjie,
I was 13 when I was single, but that matters.
We always have this thing. They've been married forever since they were like in elementary school. And just kidding.
And in between, I was single for almost a year.
And you have young adult children, and you have done ministry for so long. Like, this better than we do.
Being when in my single season, it came to a point whenever I started having a relationship with Christ, or whenever I was over and I was just like over the whole partying or over that whole phase. It was just like I valued myself when I was healing. Like I would say when I healed, when I was in the process of healing, I was valuing more myself and who I gave myself to, like as an intimate, like those deep conversations, not just physically, but actually like having these, opening my heart, being intimate like that,
being vulnerable.
And because you don't want to just, give it to everybody or like give that intimacy to everybody.
I was just going to say that. Be clear, because I think that a lot of people think it's just giving your body to someone else, but your heart also. You can't just give that to everybody.
Yeah, we're going to be very clear that you're not saving nothing by not just sleeping with people. You're still opening up to them. You're still giving them parts of yourself. You're still giving them your vulnerability. You're giving them intimacy. You still are giving them your intimacy, and you got to put boundaries on that, because then you wonder, why am I so wrapped up on this person? You've been intimate with them.
And then you wonder why people take advantage of you or abuse you, misuse you, lie to you, like because you open your heart.
Yeah. I know right now that my daughter's in like the dating stage, I'm going to say it, like she's been kind of like trying to date, opening up to people, and I'm all like, is he telling you this first, like, or did you tell him that?
How did this come up?
Like, yes, exactly. Because if he's just you're opening yourself to him, and he's agreeing and say, oh, I did that too, like stuff like that. I'm all like, that's like a red flag to me, but so I like to ask these questions, and we've had conversations about this. I'm all like, ask the hard questions when you're dating. That you don't owe this person nothing before it gets. He doesn't owe you anything before it gets more intimate. you can either know if you want to cut it off or not by asking these hard questions, because if it goes over your boundaries, then you need to cut it off and move on, like quick. That's in the single season. That's honestly, instead, before opening up, like, get the facts out straight. You guys don't owe anything to
I need to
anybody.
know how you grew up. I need to know who you grew up with. And usually what I tell girls is, look, a girl's got to eat, go to dinner. That's fine.
Yeah.
But stay surface. The first date especially, you want to know where they grew up. All those surface questions.
Get to know the person.
Get to know them. And then maybe by the third date, you want to have deeper conversations about faith. About money. You want to know what the credit scores are, girls.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to have nobody's bad credit make mine worse.
What are their goals? What are their dreams? You'll know by the third date if they're mature enough to have that conversation.
Yes.
Well, probably not even, because, I mean, I don't know.
If by the third date they ain't mature enough to have that conversation, drop them. Move on. Don't waste your time.
Because what are you trying to hide?
But yeah, like, look, send me a gift card to, you don't have to take me out to eat no more.
Yeah.
But more importantly, that before you become intimate with this person.
That's what I'm saying. By the third date, you'll know.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my vulnerability with you. No.
And one thing you said that I want to just circle back to, because you said balancing desire and value, because that is big. And I hope that if you're listening, yes, so desires.
Yes.
If you desire a man that's going to respect you, hold you accountable, you're going to hold him accountable. If you have certain desires in a spouse, in a wife, if you have certain desires of a wife, how are the values that you're demonstrating reflecting that? Because we can have women, and I say women because I've been a single woman, saying, I want this, this, and this in a man. Okay, but I'm wearing low-cut shirts. I'm showing my shoulders. I have triangle-shaped tops on and midriff showing.
You're showing boob crack, ma'am, you already missed it.
Yeah.
So, like, how is my desires reflecting the values? Because we do need to make sure that we are demonstrating that for these men that we're going on first dates with and second dates with, and how we're showing up to church and all these things. If I'm going to the movies, what am I wearing? All of that is the desires balancing with my values, because you got to be careful those signals that you're sending.
Because them boys are reading them signals.
Yes. And you know you're giving them off.
And they already know, look, I'm already halfway there.
Yep. Your desires is my desires. No, ma'am.
Yep. He's like, we all the same page, girl. I'm glad that you talked about that, because women need to ask themselves, what really are my desires?
Yes.
Is it surface? Are you just worried about what he looks like?
And be real with yourself.
And, some women, they tell you like really vain things that they want out of a man. And I'm thinking, oh, you're not mature enough for a relationship.
I want muscles.
If you talk about a man with muscles, I'm already over it.
Girl, you don't even go to the gym and you want a man with muscles. Stop it.
Yes. If you're just talking about I need him tatted up, ma'am, please sit down.
You need to be intimate with Jesus for a little bit longer, girl.
Go back into your prayer closet.
Sometimes you need to know whenever I thought I knew I was ready for a relationship or take that dating aspect when I was a single woman, it was just, I needed to learn, honestly, like, this is not because I go to church or I'm a Christian, whatever. No, I really honestly needed to be intimate with God to know who I was and how I wanted to be loved and how I wanted to be treated and all of that, because I didn't really know how I wanted to be treated. I didn't even know how I wanted to be treated. I don't know. It was.
Tell them the story about you trying to kiss the deacon and he was not kissing you, ma'am.
Go ahead. Go tell it. Tell it, friend.
He was like,
boundaries.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I had it all wrong, and God knew what was where my mind was, and he sent me a strong man that loved God more than he loved a wife, more than he wanted a wife.
I think he showed you your first lesson of what self-worth was by telling you, no, we're not going to do that.
I wanted to, like, my husband and I were, like, in the dating phase. We go out on a date and we were, like, hanging out. We were already, like, in it. Like, 4 months. We were already, like, opened
4
up.
months, ladies.
Yeah, not
already-
dates,
Not
months.
dates, months.
Yeah, we were already like intimate. We had hours conversation. So by the time that we ended up, going on a date, and it was more like, oh, we
Personal.
rubbed our
Claudia's
shoulders.
desires were showing.
Yes, like we were rubbing shoulders, and I'm like, oh yeah.
He touched my knee. Like that. He touched my knee.
And
Our
I
knees were
remember
touching.
I wanted to kiss him or like lean on him, and he kind of just said no, and I was just like, what the heck? Like, what do you mean no? Like, and I got upset at him, and I took off, and I said, I'm not gonna be another woman. I'm not gonna be, because
She thought he was married.
I thought he was married, and he was trying to hide me. So a week passed, and he's like, hey, can we talk? And he had told me, I respect you as a woman and a child of God, and I want to respect you, and I don't feel like if we kiss, I feel like I'm disrespecting you or something like that. And I was just like, oh my God, disrespect me.
Desires versus values.
Come on now.
No, it was something new to me, but I didn't know. Like, now I'm just like, man, I love my
Thank
husband.
God.
Like, but in that moment, I was just thought, I don't know what I was thinking.
You thought that's what dating was.
And that's what you were used to.
I thought
Yeah.
that that's what we were supposed to do. Like, you're supposed
Like,
to
it's
make out
okay.
with me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, and you know how they say, oh, you got to test the car before you buy it or stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. That's how kind of
Your
my
mindset.
mentality,
Yeah.
and it wasn't at all like that, and it was more, it was different. It was our intimacy before it went physical. It was all mentally in our heart. We were all in it. It was just, and I had that question that every woman has, like, how do I know that
I'm going to be satisfied.
I'm gonna be satisfied? And
Yeah.
the answer they gave you was like, God knows
Your heart.
Exactly.
your heart, what you want and what you need.
Yeah.
So it was literally fully trusting in God. And
By the time that physical part happens anyway, you're already so intimate spiritually
Yeah.
Yes.
that's like magical.
Yeah.
Not
That's
to sound
just
corny,
icing on
but
the
that
cake.
is the icing on the cake.
yeah. It's different.
It makes
ladies.
it so different.
I don't know. I
So
cannot.
Benny and I didn't have that kind of intimacy until we came to God, and even after, like, just learning.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like 7th year in.
Yeah. Learning how to
Real
bring God into your
intimacy.
intimacy.
Yep. And that's when that was a whole game changer. I was like, oh man.
Then you were 15 again.
Girl, I was like, no, ma'am. I was in my 20s.
No, I meant like the amount of time.
I mean, spiritually.
Yeah.
Cleanse me, Lord, but make me in my 20s.
Yeah.
Not a
Let's go again. Let's go again.
But it made me understand, like, why I should have waited. I felt like, I don't know, almost dirty. But I was
Yeah.
married,
Yeah.
but still dirty because I had never had that type of intimacy with him.
Yeah. And then you were able to give him a part of you that you've never really given
Never.
anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know here recently I have spoken to a young lady, and she was having this conversation. She was talking to somebody, and she was having this conversation with this gentleman, and she was saying how he was like kind of like talking about intimacy with other women physically, right? And then that to her, she wasn't impressed. She was just like, oh no, is that how you view women? Is that like
Like he was trying to boast
Yes.
about it, and she wasn't taking
she
it
was,
as
she was
like.
just like kind
That's not
of
okay.
getting like the ick about it. And then she was just like, don't you want to know what's going around in their head, in their heart? Like,
Yeah.
don't you want to learn about that? And I'm all like, that's when you know that you've been mature enough, and now you're looking past that. It's not.
Yeah.
She's like, that is not
It's not
important
just physical.
to me. You know, that is not really. I want to know what's in your heart, what's in your mind. I want to be. She wanted to be and like know about intimacy about him. He wanted to know
Yeah.
more about himself,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
instead of just.
Was it just a question she asked, like, well, how many partners have you had? Is
No.
that the conversation, or he just
He
decided to tell her?
It was decided to tell her kind of thing, and it
Oh,
shook her.
nah.
Yeah.
Get rid of that fool.
So,
Yeah. Because
Why would he even bring it up? Why would he want her
trying
to
to
know
impress, like,
that?
some people think, and I say people because it's not just men. Like, some people really think that you're impressing them by
Telling him how many partners
flaunting
you have?
or throwing yourself, like, even if it's not like me telling you how many partners I have or what I want to try with you, it could be like me showing you too much, being too revealing, me throwing myself at you at the second date, or not even dating you and being with you. Like, what are you trying to show them? What are you trying to prove to them? Because it may not be the turn on that you think it is. You know?
So whatever he thought it was going to happen out of that did not happen.
So then and this is like a young, I would say in early 20s,
young adult.
yeah, a younger adult, not an older one. But it made me like think about, like, you're on the right track. I mean, she does go to church and stuff like that, so she's on the right track. Like,
yeah,
I'm all
that's
like,
definitely a red flag.
you definitely should look into it, because she's more of like, no, let's see what's in your heart, what's in your mind, and stuff like that.
She knows what intimacy is.
Yeah, so that was something that, I mean, ladies, you can tell by just conversations, and be able to cut them off, like, whenever it feels like a red flag or stuff like that. So that's also like, you need to pay attention to the red flags there.
You know what's so crazy is he's boasting to her about how many women he has had in the past, and some of those women are who he's boasting about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the women who are listening, the younger adults, the single women, somebody's bragging about you just being a number.
Yeah, in the same aspect.
So
with
think about that.
with another woman.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
So that definitely
That is
shows
the world we
immaturity,
live in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, so I would say ladies, young adults, single, married, you know, like, intimacy is very
Important.
yeah.
Something I wanted to say, the reason why Benny and I were not intimate, we didn't know that part of our spiritual marriage so late in the game, is because I needed healing from so much trauma. I could only be physical with him because I would literally, like, leave the room. Mentally, I would leave the room. Physically, I was there.
You couldn't be intimate.
I would numb out and kind of just forget that that's what was happening.
Yeah.
I couldn't be intimate with him. I could be physical, but because mentally, I wouldn't be present. So until I got healing, I was not able to be intimate with my husband on a spiritual oneness, like how God intended us to be.
Yeah.
And I can piggyback off of that, because until I was healed, when I say healed, is my relationship with Christ, whenever I knew and whenever I was able to forgive and able to build myself back up, and
I know that it was never supposed to be dirty.
Yes. I was able to be, and I tell my husband this all the time. I just like, man, babe, like, you show me so much love, and just like in the being intimate with you, and just it was a whole different, like, I was like, what the heck was I doing? You know, like, it kind of like, man, like, never. But again, it goes back to being healed, knowing how I want to be loved, and being like intimate with words to my husband. This is how I want to be treated. This is how, you know,
be
like,
vocal.
Yes, being very vocal, and just said, this is what I like. This is, you know, like, I want you to go to the corner store, and if you see my favorite chocolate, buy it for me. You know, like, stuff like that. Now I can talk about it. Before, I would just be like quiet, and like, because I was hurt, I was just like shameful, I was like all of it. But once the healing came into place, you know, everything else kind of aligned and everything. So, but my healing came through my relationship with Christ. So I always take it back to Christ, because honestly, it took me to a whole different. I didn't feel shameful. He literally healed me from head to toes.
He takes that out.
Yeah, and that shame went away. That all of that, like I was forgiven. It wasn't my fault. Like it made me open my eyes. And when I was truly healed is whenever everything was everything aligned, and my husband and I, the way that we became intimate.
You just get closer.
Yeah.
By conversation, just mentally opening up. I allowed him in my heart, and like been able to kind of, I don't know. That's when I see intimate. When we talk about intimacy, that is something that comes to mind. It's just whenever I didn't feel no shameful, or I was healed, or I wasn't broken anymore. It just kind of like, I was able to allow him into my heart.
There's a different kind of level of comfort and peace and joy that comes with that, with your spouse.
For me, if I can share anything that I've learned about intimacy, I think it would be, like we said, I didn't really know what intimacy was. I knew what sex was, but for me, clock it.
I'm all like, for the listeners, I just did the clock it thing.
I think if I could share anything, what I've learned is that I was allowing myself to be intimate with people before I even ever gave them my body, because I'm very vocal. I mean, I talk to my girls, I talk to y'all about how I had just a disregard for sex. Like, I didn't care. It didn't matter. If I wanted it, I got it. And I didn't care about numbers. I didn't care about marriage, of if they were married or not. Like, somebody ruined my marriage, so what did I care? I literally went through this season. But what I learned is it was so easy for me to do that, and I didn't even realize I was doing it because I allowed myself to be quote-unquote intimate before I realized I ever laid with them. I was having deep conversations with them. I was sharing desires with them. I allowed a space for them to open up with me. I was already setting the table for intimacy, so it made it easy for me to crawl in bed with them. And I don't think people realize they're doing that. When women, and again, women, men, whoever, are like, oh, I slept with this person the second time I met them, you've already been having conversations with them. And I have a very low tolerance. If you know me, I've probably been harsh on you, because if this is something you struggle with, I'll be real with you about it, because I know what that feels like.
Yeah, you don't sugarcoat.
You're not fooling me,
stuff,
because I've been there. I know you're having these conversations. I know what you're talking to them about. I know how you're opening up with them. You're creating this safe space with them. You're taking it, like you said, you're taking it to those conversations, like that young girl. Let's talk about our count. Let's talk about what we like, what we don't like, because I believe you're going to be my husband or my wife, and we need to have these conversations. No. You're opening intimacy, and before you're married, you're ending up in bed with that person. So if I can share one takeaway, it's I had to set boundaries on how I was talking to people, the things I was saying, what I was allowing them to be shared about myself, because you're setting up a pathway to be in bed with them before you're even married. And you got to be careful doing that, because intimacy is not just sex.
That's right. Yeah.
You as a single person need to be aware of what does intimacy mean to you, and how can I be careful of what I'm doing that thing with people.
Yeah.
No.
That is so good. I know people who use this as manipulation to get what they want, even before the bedroom.
Yeah, they know that that's where it's going to lead, so they are just quick to let's roll this red carpet out and get it done.
It's kind of like when people go fishing, they have to put a little worm on the hook before they actually catch the fish.
Yep. And I say that because I learned that about myself. And until I was honest with myself that that's what I was doing, did I learn to not do it. Because you can sugarcoat it all you want. It's what I was doing.
It was your desire versus your values.
Yes. And once I changed that, and I only rolled out that red carpet for God, if I only became intimate, once I knew what those things were, like, okay, I don't need to be having these conversations with everybody.
Yeah.
I need to be having this conversation, like you said, with the one that God sent me.
Yeah.
Like,
only
that person.
Yeah. Stop opening up yourself. Stop opening up your heart and your legs. How about that?
Yes.
Period.
Clock it.
On that this conversation, I mean, we're trying to, it's good to have, you know, with friends, female friends. I mean, open about it,
Honestly,
not a taboo
Yeah,
kind of thing.
and a good girlfriend will sit down and tell you, honey, you don't want to be giving that away anyway.
Yeah.
Stop opening your heart.
Yes.
A good girlfriend will tell you stop
You
opening your legs too.
have
Value
value.
yourself, yes, because by the time you do find your husband, you're not going to even know that's your husband and that God sent him to you because you've been used by everyone else.
And let's not bring in soul ties because
Well, that's exactly what it is.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's a whole nother
a whole nother subject.
a whole nother thing that
Yeah.
you're bringing into your marriage to soul ties to somebody that is gonna have to help you or heal you through that process and struggle with you, be in it, you know, as you heal from it.
Yeah,
you know?
but you don't want to miss the husband that God sends you just because
you're
you're
busy with
you know, entertaining everyone else and
Yes,
opening up your
you
heart
missed
to
it.
everyone else. Yeah,
You're not careful, you will miss your blessings.
You done miss Boaz.
Girl. Because you were
Reminds me
missing
of
with
that.
what a drunk ass, po ass. Boaz done passed you by, circled the block, came around again.
He said, "You a hoe ass. I'm coming back for you later."
Oh God.
Look, girls, we can laugh about it because we've been through it.
there.
We are not talking about people. I was young. I was dumb. I didn't know any better.
Yes.
So, you know, they've been single. They've been in those
single.
situations.
Yeah, we've been in it.
In people's beds we should not have been in.
I was not even young and dumb. I was older and dumb.
So we're not saying that as a judgment or as an insult. It's real
We're
life.
keeping it real.
Yes.
That is real life. And wouldn't you rather us tell you the truth than a man talking behind your back telling
on.
some other little girls or young
women,
adults,
yeah.
other women, that you're just a number count?
Yep.
So, you know, might as well keep it real with y'all.
We gotta get it together, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
You know,
know
and then-
your worth.
You know, married women. This is let this episode be a open conversation to change stuff up. It's never too late to pivot or to change something
right.
in your
Yeah.
marriage. So if you can get anything from our conversations or like the
Yes.
way or anything from this episode, you can apply it. It's not too late. Like create these new date nights or this new type of intimacy, you know.
Yes.
Because it's important. Like
Each of us have had a stage and a season of making ourselves holy before God. And I was already married.
yeah.
And then that was then we were had the ability to be vulnerable and intimate with our husbands
husbands.
because we made ourselves holy before God first. And
Yes.
that still can be done.
Yes.
And for the single ladies out there or the singles out there, it's just, you know, your, what did we say earlier? Values.
Desires versus values.
Yeah, your desires versus values. Like
I'm glad you said singles, period, because I hope that men are listening and they realize that God's daughters are not just a number.
Yeah.
yeah, that's good.
And this
even
is
if
how women are feeling.
Yeah. Even if she doesn't have boundaries, you
have boundaries.
boundaries.
Yeah.
And you need
my
to
husband
be
had boundaries.
you need to bold enough to set those boundaries
Yes.
when she cannot.
I tell my boys, if you set boundaries and that little girl cannot respect your boundaries, then she is not the one for
She
you.
ain't the one.
Pass her on, go by, like just keep moving. Keep it moving. Just like I
Yes.
said, by the third date you're gonna know
Yes.
whether to keep on moving or not.
She will respect it or not.
Yeah, and if she doesn't, then she's not the one you
She's
need to
not
be
the one.
Be having no relationship.
Don't be pursuing that one no more.
And
Let
don't-
God deal with her.
And do not come to me and tell me we're friends. Singles, youth, young adults, no, ma'am.
We don't believe
no,
you anyway.
sir. There is no such thing. You are not
I'm
going to
like,
sit here.
who are you fooling? Like,
I hate when they say we're just friends. Well, I already know where that's going.
Yep.
The Lord is your friend.
Yes.
you know, and you know, these are conversations we have with us, you know, like, and now, I mean, y'all are
Y'all want to sit at the couch with us?
Yeah, y'all have us as friends.
We're gonna have these
Go find other men as
conversations.
friends.
Yes.
So I hope you guys got something out of this episode. Comment down below. I mean, chime in the conversation. Send us messages. We love reading y'all's messages. We love engaging with you guys. And send us topics. If you guys want us to go deeper into other subjects we've touched, this one or other, let us know. We're open. We last time on forgiveness, one of you guys requested for us to go even deeper into it. So again, we're listening. We're reading all your messages, your comments, and all that kind of stuff. So continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Did I say all that? I'm all like, wait. Yeah. And share with a friend, whoever you feel like struggles with intimacy, or
just share it on your
their
page.
values.
You never know who needs it.
Somebody would need it.
Yep.
And don't forget that you're not alone.
You're not consumed.
Another is in the fire.
Bye, guys.
Bye.